All right, so let's get started with the basic functions for formatting and navigation part 2. So we will start with wrap and unwrap text. Like the word says, this function is used to wrap long text within the cell. So in this example, if you look at cell C32, we have a long sentence here, which doesn't really fit in easily. So I would press Alt-HW, and what it does is it would wrap the text within the same cell whenever you're working on long descriptions. This function will be your friend now. If I want to unwrap, I would press Alt-HW again, and everything will be unwrapped now. Moving on to merge and unmerged cells. Merge cell is commonly used in Excel when you have a header, and you want to merge it into one cell, or often you're working on long descriptions and you want to make sure that the long description can be easily read by any individual and you're easily able to fit it into a specific space. So starting with the header first, you will press select the cells on the right, all the way until the end of the cell where you want all the contents of cell A1 to get merged. So now I will press Alt-HMM, and like you can see, the cell is merged. I'll repeat the same function on cell A2 through J2, and then I will do the same thing on the third row. So once all these cells are merged, you wouldn't have access to individual cells anymore, as the whole selection is now considered as one single cell. Now, if you want to unmerge, you will press Alt-HMU, which unmerges the whole thing. I'll do a Control-Z to go back to how it looked before, to explain to you how we can work through the other functions of changing the alignment of the cell content. So now, if I want to centerline all the cell contents, all I have to do is press. Like you see, once I press Alt-H, gets enabled. And then right over here, you can see AC, which means alignment center. AR alignment right. AL alignment left. AT alignment top. AM alignment middle. AB alignment bottom. So these shortcuts are not that difficult. Once you start practicing it 3-4 times, you will easily grasp it, and it all follows very simple logical sequence. Like in this example, you start with Alt-H is for your home functions, and then A is for alignment. And like we discussed, C, L, R, this is just center, left, right now. Let's practice this. So in this example, if let's say I have some extra height in the rows, I would press Alt-HAM, which will bring it right in the middle. If I do Alt-HAB, that's bottom alignment. Alt-HAT, top alignment. Alt-HAM, again, middle alignment. If I want to bring the cell content to the center, I would do Alt-HAC center, Alt-AR, right, Alt-AL for left. Now I will press Alt-HOA, which will allow me to auto-fit the row height. Often, you don't want to merge the content of the cell or wrap the text. You just want to give a little space in the beginning of the header. So in this example, if I just want to move the content of the cell a little bit to the right or left, I can use the shortcut Alt-H6. So what you would notice is there is no space in between. It's just indent function. And if I want to go back, I would do Alt-H5, and I would go back to the same space. Just like we learned how to use Alt-HOA function to auto-fit the row height, you also have a function Alt-HOI, which allow you to change the height of the column based on the content of the cell. Now, with this example, let's say this width is too much for me. Then in that scenario, I would go back to the original width. I would simply press Alt-HOI. Now, this will allow me to wrap the content of the cell without expanding the width of the column. Another way to work with the width of the column or height manually is by simply using the function Alt-HOW. What else OW does is it will show you what is the current width of the selected cell. In this scenario is 19.53. Now let's say I want it to be 30. I will type in 30 and press enter. This will expand the width to 30. Similarly, if I want to adjust the height, I would do Alt-HOH, and current height is 42. Let's say I want it to be 54, and that will automatically increase the height to 54. Then moving on to the last function, changing the tab color. So in this example, my current tab is Formatting and Navigation 2. I want to change the color to yellow. I would press the shortcut Alt-H-O-T. Then I would use my arrows keys to move to the yellow color and press Enter. And here you go. The tab color is now changed to yellow. If I go to the next sheet, by using the shortcut Control Page Down, I would again press Alt-H-O-T. Now let's say I only want green color for the tab. I would manually select green and now the tab color is green. That's all for now. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.